All right, sixth grade, what we're going to be doing today, I'm recording a pre-recorded lesson for lesson 1, which was the multiplication chart and long division using a one-digit divisor. So on my paper here, as you can see, my topic again for lesson 1 is the multiplication chart and long division for a one-digit divisor. For the multiplication part, I asked for you guys to, inside of your journal, go ahead and put the multiplication chart in there, numbers 1 through 12. I preferred for you guys to write this down. And for the basic multiplication, these are our factors from 1 through 12, okay? So that pretty much sums up the multiplication part because, again, every grade year you're building upon what you've learned. I know that multiplication y'all should have covered in 5th grade. And again, we're still going to do this in 6th grade. So you have your multiplication facts. After that, we are going to get into our long division. For our long division, there are certain vocabulary words that I need y'all to be aware of. I want you to be aware of the term divisor, dividend, quotient, numerator, and denominator. These vocabulary terms here are important because you will be dealing with fractions, you will be dealing with the division box, and I will explain everything in just a second. Okay, so these vocabulary terms, I did say we're going to talk about it. So when we're talking about our division box, you have your dividend, which is the number that's inside. You have your divisor, which is the number on the outside. And then you have your quotient, which is your answer. Okay. Also, if you notice, I also have a fraction. You have your numerator on top, your denominator on the bottom. And I also kind of color-coded them. Your numerator is actually your dividend because fraction bar means to divide. So again, your numerator is really your dividend, and it goes inside of our division box. Your denominator is the bottom number on a fraction, and this is actually your divisor on the division box. When you divide them, you actually get the quotient, which is in red, your answer. So we're going to practice dividing. I do have an example here for you guys. So I have 198 divided by 6. I have already put it in the division box for you. So all we have to do is start dividing. And again, you're going to start off with the very first number by dividing it by your divisor. 6 goes into 1 0 times. That's not possible. So that means 0 times 6 is 0. I'm going to subtract 1 from 0, and I'm going to get 1. Then I'm going to bring down that next number of 9. 6 goes into 19. Again, this is where our multiplication chart comes in handy. 6 times 3 is actually 18. So I'm going to put 3 up here above the 9. 3 times 6 is 18. I'm going to write it below 19. And I'm going to subtract. 9 minus 8 is 1. 1 minus 1 is 0. I'm going to bring down that last number of 8. 6 goes into 18. Oh, well, we already know that because it happened to be that previous number 3 times. So 3 times 6 is 18. I'm going to subtract them. 8 minus 8 is 0. 1 minus 1 is 0. So we have no remainder left over. So that means our quotient is actually 33. Well, how do I know we got this right? You can actually check your work where multiplication comes into play. So I'm going to take the quotient of 33 and multiply it by the divisor, which was 6. And that's going to see if we get the dividend. 6 times 3 is 18. So we're going to write the 8 down here and carry that 1 that was in the tens place for 18. 6 times 3 is 18 again. And we're going to add that 1 that we brought over, which makes it 19. So did we arrive at the same answer? Yes, we did. Okay. We're going to do another example. For the next example, we're going to take 723 and we're going to divide it by 3. Again, the same concept as the previous example. We're going to start off by taking our divisor and seeing how many times it can go into our dividend, one number at a time. So 3 goes into 7 2 times, and I know that because 3 times 2 is 6. I'm going to subtract 7 by 6, or from 6, and get 1. I'm going to bring down that 2. I'm going to divide again. 3 goes into 12 4 times. 4 times 3 is 12. I'm going to subtract. 2 minus 2 is 0. 1 minus 1 is 0. Bring down that last number of 3. 3 goes into 3 1 time. 1 times 3 is 3. And I'm going to subtract to make sure I have no remainders, and I get 0. So that means our quotient is 241. And to check our work yet again, I'm going to take 241 times 3. Yeah, we're starting in our ones place because we only have a single digit. 3 times 1 is 3. 3 times 4 is 12. We're going to keep that ones place number, which was that 2. That 1 in the tens place for 12 goes in the next regrouping area. 3 times 2 is 6, plus 1 is 7. So if you notice, our products and our dividend, they both match. So I know for a fact we got the correct answer. And that is long division. Now the last thing that we had talked about for our lesson for the day is, yes, we did talk a little bit about multiplication, which was a build upon from last year from 5th grade, but then we also talked about long division. We went through the long division process, but we need to know the 3 ways to represent division, because the problems are not always just going to be given to us. We're going to have to read word problems and figure it out ourselves. So for instance, the 3 representations for division are going to be words, fractions, and the actual division box. Okay? So our first example, I'm going to say we're going to be given a fraction of 18 over 6. Now I said 18 over 6 because I didn't want to give away the answers just yet. And if you remember correctly from that previous page, if I wanted to write 18 over 6 as a division box, I have it color-coded. Our numerator actually goes inside of our division box. Our denominator goes on the outside of our division box. Okay? So the way I'm going to write this here is 18 on the inside, 6 on the outside. Now the hard part is trying to figure out what it says in words. Well, truly, this fraction bar means to divide. We know for a fact this means to divide. But how do we say it? 18 divided by 6. 18 divided by 6. So I'm going to say 18 divided by 6, or 18 divided by 6. So we have it in words, we have it as a fraction, and we also have it as the actual division box. Another example. Let's say I had 105 over 5. Remember, On the inside of our division box goes the numerator, which is 105. The denominator is our divisor, which stays on the outside. And the way we say this is 105 divided by 5. 105 divided by 5. So 105 divided by, 5. Let's do one more example in case your parents want to help you guys. I'm all for parents helping. So for our last example for lesson 1, let's go ahead and do everything backwards this time. I'm going to say 56 divided by 8. 56 divided by 8. Oh my goodness, this is a little bit different. Don't panic, it's okay. So here, as we read it, 56 divided by 8. So that means my numerator is 56 divided by 8. For the division box, 56 is being divided by 8. And that's it. That is all of lesson 1. I know it took us 2 days, but that's because we had lots and lots of practice. If you do have questions, make sure you ask. If you are still confused, guys, rewind the video. Create problems of y'all's own. Parents, create your problems of your own and kind of quiz your own kids. All right? Other than that, I will be creating lesson 2 very shortly. See y'all soon.